hundreds and hundreds of people that commute, whether it's a bus or shared rides, however you get into the city. This is your greeting to the city every morning. And this summer, nothing was nicer as this garden was coming to completion, as it is now, than seeing the beautiful sunflowers every morning greeting you.
We thought it was important to have some kind of area where people could garden, grow plants, grow vegetables, grow fruits, because number one, we're really into the sustainability efforts that the city promotes. We have a green building resource center on site that helps people understand what some systems and techniques are for incorporating green systems into their construction. And so we wanted to walk the talk, essentially, and provide an area where those who are interested in gardening could do that while at work, spend some free time, relax, just kind of decompress throughout the workday, and provide a nice area for people to come out and spend some time.
What was here before the bioswale was quite simply an old decrepit sidewalk and that no man's land of a somewhat vegetated, weed-infested zone between the sidewalk and the curb. And so it was rather unpleasant for a walking between the building and the parking that we have under I-45. And so it gives me great pleasure to be involved with a project that now makes this walk, this daily walk to and from the office, to be a more pleasant experience.
The site poses many challenges. We are in a right-of-way adjacent to the CenterPoint substation along a very busy freeway. There's easements on all three sides as well as an overhead easement. So we really took the time to research and study this little lot of land and to learn about the limitations and our design options.
So the most important thing to include in this garden was a vision. We knew what the previous garden was and how it had failed. We knew what we wanted currently, and we also knew that we wanted a vision for the future. And that vision is rooted in continuous improvement.
This garden is modeled for urban development, urban gardens. But it's slightly different. It's because it incorporates our co-workers, an office garden, to say. So there's not a lot of time to come out here and work, so we wanted very low care, low maintenance.
I think the big surprise here with this project was by transforming it from just a garden to a picnic area and actually having a bit of budget and incorporating a pergola, that we just had so much more interest and buy-in from the employees in the building. So not everybody is a gardener, okay? And not everybody wants to garden during the day when they're trying to work, but it's a great idea for bringing your lunch and just having that feeling that you can go somewhere in a natural setting out of the office when you need to take a break, because let's face it, sitting is the new smoking, folks.
I began to come out here and pull weeds myself on breaks and lunches just to stretch the back and to get away from the chair. Recently I've read reports that sitting in an office chair for 8 hours is equivalent to smoking, and I wanted to find a way to increase my activity during the day.
This was the third garden to come to fruition, to do something with the space here that was kind of the end of the road, and nobody wanted, and they started this garden on tarmac, and they salvaged a lot of materials, and they made 6 garden beds here and worked with no water and limited resources and kept this garden going.
This is an employee garden, and we wanted to campaign that and to really even show the employees that we have respect for the garden and to respect our efforts, and a little bit about garden etiquette. When they come out here for lunch, to pick some weeds, to have a good time and just be welcoming.
It's just good to be outside and bring your own lunch instead of driving around to a restaurant. So it's just kind of a good idea to have available, and since we can, it's a great idea.
Office gardens offer you a place to come outside and de-stress, slow down, breathe, vitamin D. We're all deficient. So there's a big reason to come outside. It's free to come out and get your vitamin D. But you can reach a point where you need something and you don't know what it is, and you come outside, you watch the butterflies land, and you see something growing, whether it's an okra or the smell of rosemary, and you start slowing down, and your blood pressure comes down, and your sugar rebalances, and all of a sudden your soul is breathing. And you don't realize that until you've been out here a few minutes, and you're like, oh, I can handle the day again. You know, I can go back in there and everything's back in perspective.